Welcome back to the latest video on my channel. In the past 24 hours, we have received sad news about the passing of some extraordinary talents. In today's episode, we dedicate this time to honor their memories and celebrate the legacies of these remarkable individuals. Before we begin, we kindly ask for your support. If this video or their legacy has touched your life, please give it a like and subscribe the channel as a sign of respect. Thank you. Here are the most recent deaths in national news as reported as my channel in the June 10th of 2025. My channel is where you can find any obituary or publish an obituary in any local community in America and beyond. Harris Yulin, a veteran actor whose work included appearances in Scarface, Training Day, Star Trek Deep Space Nine, and many others, died June 10, 2025, of cardiac arrest in New York City at the age of 87. Ananda Lewis, a former MTV VJ who hosted Total Request Live before leaving the network to launch her own show, died June 11, 2025, of breast cancer in Los Angeles at the age of 52. Chris Robinson, the actor best known for playing Dr. Rick Weber on General Hospital during the height of the show's 1980s popularity, died in his sleep June 9, 2025, at his ranch outside Sedona, Arizona, at the age of 86. Brian Wilson, one of the founding members of the Beach Boys and their chief songwriter during the band's most productive and popular period, has died at the age of 82. Let's discuss in details. Harris Yulin, born Harris Bart Goldberg on November 5, 1937 in Los Angeles, died June 10, 2025 in New York City, was an American character actor celebrated for more than 6 decades on stage, screen, and television. Early life and training. Abandoned at infancy and adopted as Harris Bart Goldberg, taking the stage name Yulin from his adoptive family's heritage. Lived briefly in Europe and Israel in the early 1960s, performing and working as a film dubber. Studied acting under Jeff Corey in Los Angeles and at the Neighborhood Playhouse in New York, making his NYC stage debut in 1963 in Next Time I'll Sing to You, alongside James Earl Jones. Stage career. Broadway debut in Watch on the Rhine, 1980, later appearing in A Lesson from Aloes, The Diary of Anne Frank, The Price, and Hedda Gabler. Earned Drama Desk nominations for Anne Frank and The Price. An accomplished regional stage actor and director, performed in Death of a Salesman in Dublin, 2010, directed productions like The Trip to Bountiful winning Lucille Lortel Awards, co-founder of Los Angeles Classic Theater and taught at Juilliard, Columbia, and HB Studio in NY. Film highlights. On-screen debut, End of the Road, 1970, followed by Doc, 1971, as Wyatt Earp and roles in Night Moves, 1975, St. Ives, 1976. Memorable film roles. Mel Bernstein, corrupt cop in Scarface, 1983, Judge Wexler in Ghostbusters 2, 1989, appearances in Clear and Present Danger, 1994, Looking for Richard, 1996, Bean, 1997, The Hurricane, 1999, Training Day, 2001, Rush Hour 2, 2001, and more. Television and later work. Notable TV roles include crime boss Jerome Belasco in Frasier, Emmy-nominated 1996, Amin Maritza in Star Trek, Deep Space Nine, episode Duet. Characters in Buffy the Vampire Slayer, 24, as NSA Director Roger Stanton, Nikita, Veep, Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, and Just Like That, and more. Played Buddy Deeker in Ozark, 2017-18, earning a Screen Actors Guild Ensemble nomination in 2019. Personal life and legacy. Married twice to actress Gwen Wells, 1975-1993, her death, and later to Kristen Lohman, married 2005 until his death. Dated Faye Dunaway during the filming of Doc, 1970-72. Father of one daughter, Claire Lucido, who passed away in 2021, survived by wife, son-in-law, nephew, and godchildren. Lover of birding and the sea, recognized by peers like director Michael Hoffman for his artistry and generosity. Final project in passing. At 87, he was set to star in the MGM Plus TV series American Classic with Kevin Kline and Laura Linney. passed away from cardiac arrest on June 10, 2025 in New York City. In summary, Harris Yulin embodied the consummate character actor deeply committed to craft, versatile across mediums, and leaving a legacy of richly drawn roles that resonated with both audiences and colleagues alike. Ananda Lewis, a life of advocacy, influence, and legacy. Ananda Lewis, born Sarasvati Ananda Lewis on March 21, 1973, in Los Angeles, California, was a multifaceted American television personality, social activist, and journalist. Known for her authenticity, charisma, and commitment to youth advocacy, Lewis became a prominent figure in the media landscape of the late 1990s and early 2000s. Her journey was marked by significant achievements, personal challenges, and a lasting impact on both the entertainment industry and social causes. Early life and education. Raised in San Diego, Lewis was the second-born daughter of Yvonne, an account manager for Pacific Bell, and Stanley, a computer animation specialist. Her parents' divorce at an early age led to a period of living with her grandmother, which she later described as emotionally challenging. Despite these hardships, Lewis found solace and expression through the arts. She attended the San Diego School of Creative and Performing Arts, where she honed her skills in theater, vocal music, photography, and dance. Her passion for the arts continued at Howard University in Washington, D.C., where she majored in history and graduated cum laude in 1995. Rise to prominence. Lewis's entry into television began during her time at Howard University. In 1993, she was featured in the music video for Baby, I'm Yours by the R&B group Shay, a band composed of her fellow Howard alumni. This exposure led to her auditioning for BET's Teen Summit, a program aimed at addressing issues pertinent to black youth. Lewis's genuine approach and insightful discussions earned her the role of host from 1993 to 1996, where she engaged with topics like mental health, race, and self-esteem. Her work on Teen Summit garnered her an NAACP Image Award in 1997. In 1997, Lewis transitioned to MTV, where she became a beloved VJ, hosting shows such as Total Request Live and Hot Zone. Her presence was characterized by a blend of style, substance, and relatability, earning her the title of the It Girl of the hip-hop generation. During this period, she also hosted MTV's True Life, I Am Driving While Black, a documentary that highlighted racial profiling and systemic issues faced by black individuals. Her ability to address serious topics with sensitivity and clarity further solidified her reputation as a thoughtful and influential media figure. Personal life and advocacy. Beyond her professional endeavors, Lewis was deeply committed to social causes. She was an advocate for literacy, serving as a spokesperson for Reading is Fundamental, and was involved with the Humane Society, reflecting her compassion for both people and animals. Her personal life was equally notable. In 2011, she gave birth to her son, Langston, with Harry Smith, the brother of actor Will Smith. Legacy and impact. Ananda Lewis passed away on June 11, 2025, at the age of 52, after a prolonged battle with breast cancer. Her death marked the end of a remarkable life dedicated to advocacy, authenticity, and influence. She left behind a legacy as a trailblazer who used her platform to address important social issues, empower marginalized voices, and inspire future generations. Lewis's impact extended beyond her television roles. She was a mentor, a voice for the voiceless, and a symbol of resilience. Her work continues to inspire those who strive to use their platforms for positive change, and her memory serves as a reminder of the power of media to shape culture and society. Conclusion. Ananda Lewis's life was a testament to the power of authenticity, the importance of advocacy, and the impact of media in shaping societal narratives. Through her work on Teen Summit, MTV, and her own talk show, she addressed critical issues with empathy and insight. Her legacy endures in the hearts of those she inspired and the communities she uplifted. Ananda Lewis was more than a television personality. She was a change-maker whose influence continues to rise. Chris Robinson is an American musician renowned for his distinctive voice and charismatic stage presence. Born on December 20th, 1966 in Atlanta, Georgia, he rose to prominence as the lead vocalist of the southern rock band The Black Crowes, a group he co-founded with his brother Rich Robinson in 1984. Their music, characterized by a blend of blues, rock, and soul, garnered them critical acclaim and a dedicated fan base. Early life and musical beginnings. Growing up in a musical household, Chris was exposed to a variety of genres from an early age. His father, Stanley Robinson, had a minor hit in 1959 with the song Boom-a-Dip-Dip. Influenced by bands like The Faces and the Rolling Stones, Chris and Rich formed Mr. Crow's Garden in the mid-1980s, performing in local clubs around Atlanta. The band's name was later changed to The Black Crowes, marking the beginning of their journey in the music industry. The Black Crowes rise to fame. The Black Crowes achieved significant success with their debut album, Shake Your Money Maker, 1990, which featured hits like Hard to Handle and She Talks to Angels. Their follow-up albums, including The Southern Harmony and Musical Companion, 1992, and Amorica, 1994, solidified their reputation as one of the leading rock bands of the 1990s. Despite internal conflicts, the band continued to tour and release music, maintaining a loyal fan base, solo ventures, and other projects. In 2002, Chris Robinson embarked on a solo career with the release of New Earth Mud, an album that showcased his versatility and artistic growth. He later formed the Chris Robinson Brotherhood in 2011, a band that allowed him to explore a more psychedelic and jam-oriented sound. The Brotherhood released several albums, including Big Moon Ritual, 2012, and Phosphorescent Harvest, 2013, earning praise for their improvisational style and musical depth. Reunion and recent work. After a hiatus, the Black Crowes reunited in 2019 to celebrate the 30th anniversary of Shake Your Money Maker. The reunion was marked by a series of successful tours and the release of new material. In 2024, the band released Happiness Bastards, their first studio album in over a decade, which received positive reviews for its raw energy and return to their roots. Personal life. Chris Robinson has been married several times. He was married to actress Lala Sloatman from 1996 to 1998, and to actress Kate Hudson from 2000 to 2007, with whom he has a son, Ryder. In 2009, he married Allison Bridges, with whom he has a daughter, Cheyenne Genevieve. The couple divorced in 2018. In January 2020, Robinson married Camille Johnson. Legacy. Chris Robinson's contributions to rock music, particularly through his work with the Black Crowes and the Chris Robinson Brotherhood, have left an indelible mark on the genre. Known for his soulful voice and dynamic performances, he continues to inspire new generations of musicians and fans alike. Brian Wilson, a musical genius and troubled visionary. Brian Douglas Wilson, born on June 20, 1942 in Inglewood, California, is one of the most innovative and influential figures in American music history. As a founding member of the Beach Boys and the creative force behind many of their greatest works, Wilson's contributions shaped the landscape of pop, rock, and psychedelic music. His pioneering use of studio technology, complex harmonies, and emotionally rich songwriting has earned him comparisons to classical composers and secured his place as a musical genius. Yet his life has also been marked by personal struggles, mental illness, and periods of retreat from public life. Early life and formation of the Beach Boys. Brian grew up in a musical household with his younger brothers Dennis and Carl, and his parents Murray and Audrey. His father was both a source of inspiration and trauma, an amateur musician who pushed his children toward performance, but also subjected them to abuse. Brian showed musical promise early, mastering harmonies and piano by his teens. He was deeply influenced by 1950s vocal groups like the Four Freshmen and jazz and classical music, which later informed his complex arrangements. The rise of a studio visionary. Wilson initially served as the group's bassist, songwriter, and producer. As the band's fame grew, so did Brian's ambition. He began to explore complex arrangements and unconventional production techniques. Albums like Today, 1965, and Summer Days and Summer Nights showcased his maturing style, blending pop sensibility with Baroque instrumentation and introspective lyrics. Good Vibrations and the Smile Era. Following Pet Sounds, Wilson embarked on what was to be his magnum opus, Smile. Intended as a teenage symphony to God, it was an ambitious avant-garde project that pushed the boundaries of pop music. Collaborating with lyricist Van Dyke Parks, Wilson recorded segments of songs like Heroes and Villains and Surf's Up, filled with surreal lyrics and modular recording techniques. Decline and withdrawal. After Smile was shelved, the Beach Boys' commercial standing began to wane. Wilson withdrew from leadership, and his erratic behavior increased. He spent much of the 1970s in seclusion, battling depression, substance abuse, and weight gain. The band continued recording, sometimes with Brian's participation, but the spark of his genius appeared dimmed. Comeback and solo career. In the 1980s, Brian began to emerge from his seclusion. In 1988, he released his first solo album, Brian Wilson, which was well received. That same year, he was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as a member of the Beach Boys. The group's biggest late career hit, Kokomo, 1988, ironically featured no input from Brian. In the 1990s and 2000s, Wilson experienced a remarkable artistic revival. Freed from Landy's control, he resumed performing and recording. In 2004, he stunned the music world by completing and releasing Brian Wilson Presents Smile, a reimagined version of the long-abandoned project. It was hailed as a masterpiece, receiving critical acclaim and a Grammy Award. Legacy and influence. Brian Wilson's influence on music is immeasurable. His harmonic innovations, studio wizardry, and emotional vulnerability inspired generations of artists, from Paul McCartney and David Bowie to modern acts like Tame Impala and Animal Collective. His ability to blend technical brilliance with emotional sincerity set a new standard for what pop music could achieve. Personal life. Brian has been married twice and has several children. His second wife, Melinda Ledbetter, whom he married in 1995, played a pivotal role in helping him regain control of his life after the Landy years. In recent years, Wilson has continued to battle mental health issues and the effects of age, but remains a beloved figure among fans and fellow musicians alike. Conclusion. Brian Wilson is a singular figure in American music et